Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. All warfare is based on deception. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. To fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The wise warrior avoids the battle. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. A leader leads by example, not by force. Pretend inferiority and encourage his arrogance. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. The general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. A wise ruler does not reward feats of war with promotions. Do not engage an enemy more powerful than you. And if it is unavoidable, and you do have to engage, then make sure you engage it on your terms, not theirs. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. The good fighters of old first put themselves beyond the possibility of defeat, and then waited for an opportunity of defeating the enemy. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. The skillful employer of men will employ the wise man, the brave man, the covetous man, and the stupid man. Know the enemy's plans, and you will know their weaknesses. Rewards for good service should not be deferred a single day. The best victory is when the opponent surrenders of its own accord, before there are any actual hostilities. It is best to win without fighting. The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will be victorious. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. If soldiers are punished before they have grown attached to you, they will not prove submissive. And, unless submissive, then will be practically useless. When strong, avoid them. If of high morale, depress them. Seem humble to fill them with conceit. Greatest general is not the one who wins battles, but the one who achieves victory without violence. In war, the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas the defeated strategist engages in battle first, and then seeks victory. He who relies solely on warlike measures shall be exterminated. He who relies solely on peaceful measures shall perish. The clever combatant imposes his will on the enemy, but does not allow the enemy's will to be imposed on him. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This will diminish his enthusiasm. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. The opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. The highest form of warfare is to attack strategy itself. One mark of a great soldier is that he fights on his own terms, or fights not at all. The victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won. The wise warrior avoids the battle. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look on them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you, even unto death. The general who advances without coveting fame, and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are able to discern and confirms their projections. It sells them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds while you wait for the extraordinary moment, that which they cannot anticipate. Sweat more during peace. Bleed less during war. To know when to fight and when not to fight is the key to victory.